How you doing? I did send a Mojo a message like 5 days ago saying early. And this is the excuse he's got. Is that not right, mate?
I may or may not be able to recall such a message.
Wanderer, congratulations on winning King of the Hill again. Now, if you want somebody who's rigging it, oh my god, the belt goes so fast I run backwards. Yes, it is definitely Wander. Wander has been rigging it all day. He's already run twice in a row. Pick up that corpse.
See, I intended on getting up at 7, and then when I got up, it was 5 to 8.
I saw you up prior to 8, yep. I looked over, I'm like, oh, he's green on Discord. He's ready to go. I won't harass him, he'll be here any minute.
I've kind of been green on Discord because I didn't turn the PC on until like 15:15.
Okay, maybe it was quarter past. I don't know. But you could be green on Discord for a long time. He'll be along any minute. Any minute. And then,
yeah, it was actually...
any minute.
Yes.
Yes.
It was a yes, I'd like to sit down and do things, but other things getting in the way.
Tell me about it. I went to move this over to a server environment so I could turn on integration last night. It took an hour and a half. Because I had to update the server, only because I'm running an old version of Factorio. And then Muppet Streamer Mod caused the server to crash twice. Stinson, you got 2 minutes of the ads. You just threw in your prime. Throw in your prime again.
Throw it harder.
Wonder we didn't get 2 times in a row this time. Anyway, so now the ads are over. Rothgar, I apologize for that. Ads pop in when ads decide to pop in, because that's how Twitch sets things up, as you would know. Valheim, I do want to play it again. I do want to play it again as a community map. But you're dying a lot in Valheim, or I'm dying a lot in Factorio. Either or both are valid at the same time, I imagine. As you can see, I've got integration on, which I'm probably going to turn off, chat, whilst I do a Friday Facts with Mojo.
I don't know, a blind integration in the background sounds like a laugh.
No, I mean, shouldn't you be running... No, I'm running 3 minutes, Stinson. It's 3 minutes worth of ads, and the game takes a little bit longer than 2 minutes to run. To quote others, I cast iron. Yeah, you did. Throwing the frying pan at others. And no, Twitch wants me to up the ad count to 5 minutes every hour.
I want you up to 5 minutes now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, to have Twitch, or to have full control over it, you have to run like a minute every 10 minutes or something.
You have to run...
A minute every 5 minutes.
You have to run 3 minutes every hour to...
That's the base.
That's what they want for you to get the higher ad revenue share and also turn off pre-rolls. Which is what I've done. So I don't have pre-rolls for another... What's it say? 57 minutes, 11 seconds. Saint.
Oh yeah, you get turned off for a reasonable amount of time. It's not just 10 seconds.
Yeah. Every single time you run 30 seconds worth of ads, it turns it off for 10 minutes or something. Yeah, and I'm running 6 times that, so I get 6 times. Yeah. Saint, thank you for gifting a sub to JDP49. I'm trying to fix the bus, not break the bus.
It's upgrading. It's deconstructing the old belt, ready for the new belt.
The problem is I don't have enough old belt or new belt. I don't have enough belt outright.
You should make more belt.
I'd love to, but for some reason my titanium doesn't exist. Because I'm out of blue things. Because I'm out of mineral sludge. Because I've maxed out the mineral sludge pipes.
You don't have enough red things?
The pipes don't move. The pipes don't move more liquid faster.
The real question is, does the blue thing connect to the red thing?
The blue things turn into these blue things on this belt, which then turn into these blue things on this belt, which then turn into, hang on, blue things pop down here, and then they turn into these blue things, and then these blue things pop down to here and turn into these titanium blue things, purple things. Is Mojo Compos Mentes? Well, as I can't pronounce, I'm going to go with yes. Thanks, chat. You're going to turn me off? I thought I did that every single day. Thanks, chat. So, yes, I run the whatever it is to turn off ads outright. And it's fully automated. And then, yes, because it is the Christmas season with increased advertiser revenues, Twitch was very happy to tell me that I should definitely increase it to 5 minutes. Because if I increase it to 5 minutes, people are making 150% more at this time of the month. This time of the year. I'm like,
Which means they get lots of money.
well, yeah, Twitch gets more money than the creators get, of course. Yeah.
Naturally.
So, yeah. I'm like, yeah, not really. Not really. Twitch, you don't really pay enough to start with. And 150% more of not a lot is still not a lot.
Got to pay those IVS bills somehow.
IVS bills.
Amazon IVS.
Oh. Okay.
That's the video streaming platform.
Platform thingy music bob. Okay. Alright. We shall deconstruct all the fish. We shall leave the base to do its happy work. We shall find integration and click
It's good to see that you're also deconstructing fish correctly.
Yeah, mass deconstructing. Yeah.
You need the fish counter.
Well, the problem
turn
is
the fish into things.
the problem is the fish turn to things. There are fish ponds. That's the farter ponds. Fish ponds. Yeah, there are fish ponds. There we go. So they generate fish, and we make fish. But then fish get turned into meat, and then meat gets turned into. If you put more raw meat into artificial fish water, you get polluted artificial fish water, which is what you need to make modules. And then we also turn fish into fish pulp and raw fish oil. And we pulp the fish and we turn the fish into raw fish oil, and thermal water turns them into fish oil and base mineral oil, and then that turns into base mineral oil. Oh, and it also turns into the fermentation base and base mineral oil and blah 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 blah. Yeah, we don't have a fish counter because I make lots of fish, but I also deconstruct an awful lot of fish. Awful lot of fish. Can I cut that and just pop it here to do the God's work? Something like that. And before I forget, rerun my concrete. Cool. You'll break it, chat. What a horrible one. Imagine during the FFF just a random mute going off in the background. This is why I mute Factorio. I also swapped to this scene, which cleans up everything. But for the moment, that scene, we're going to go to that one. Friday Facts. So I don't need that tab. We need that tab because that says Cliff Explosive. That's calcite, yes. That's the blow up of that map. That's the thing that they teased.
Oh, you've been doing homework.
I've been doing homework. Remember Factorio 2022 recap?
Yes.
How it had the weird thingies that the definitely new stuff?
The icons?
Yeah. They're the things that they teased. Mojo, is that late? The Jenny's already ready? Yeah. Yeah. So no undergrounds. Yep. No undergrounds through lava either. Okay, so we got the teasing. We've got the blow up the map. Teasing, Cliff Explosives, which needs to go about there somewhere. And a side note, Twinston did a interview with game industry conferences where he covered how he moved Factorio across to the Switch. It took him 2 years, and for that they sold 61,000 copies on the Switch. You laugh, but they went for $35 each.
Yeah.
Which is $2 million.
It's actually pretty good for the premium.
Yeah.
But for the time investment, it's
It pays his wages easily for 2 years.
Yeah, that's true. It actually pays the ways for all of them.
Oh, I don't know about all of them.
Most of them, the core team.
It definitely pays all their wages for a year. Because the team's got a lot larger.
What the sort of going rate, sales rate is for games now?
What do you mean?
You expect the volume you expect to be for a good number of sales?
Depends on the dev team.
I always thought it was like 100 to 200k was getting into the high, getting into the significant end.
It's less than $1 million.
Oh yeah, less than $1 million.
Okay, what do I have that's released recently? Here we go. We're doing this one tomorrow. Store page.
Also,
Copy.
have you seen that the fruit in a jar combining game? I forget what it's called. Everyone's going crazy over it currently.
No, you have to have more details than that. Fruit in a jar combining game.
Yes. That should be more than enough detail. See, the problem is that they don't tell you what the game is anymore. It's like, this is pain, this is torture, and this is a psychological horror.
The watermelon game?
Yes. Sukiya game.
Okay. If you're gonna start opening the website, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. What are you meant to do? Merge
Combine
the
these
fruits.
happy-looking fruits into bigger fruits.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't seen that. No. 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 Okay. So, Space Trash Scavenger.
Game.
24,000 according to Steam Spy. These numbers are all over the place. But 11,000 is okay. 24,000 is okay. Airborne Kingdom. There you go. Cool. It helps that I can't spell. Airborne Kingdom charts total sales 100,000. 100,000 means it's plenty.
Which one is Airborne Kingdom?
It's the one where you fight artillery in the background. It's the
Yes.
Yeah. Store. Cool. Thanks. Built a town with flappy wings and jet and engines.
Oh,
that
it's
floated.
the
Yep, that one.
It's like that ship one, but it's in the air. But the watery one, but it's in the air.
The watery one, but in the air. Yes. Flying City. Yeah. Yeah.
Flying City.
Mm-hmm. But they have a sequel coming up called Airborne Empire. Airborne Empire. Where is Dev? Wandering Band. So Wandering Band had enough money from that to do. Oh no, who am I thinking of? No. So they did that. They did a DLC for it, and then they got Airborne Kingdom coming next year, which is the same concept, except now there are pirates flying around that will attack you. So probably using basically most of the same engine. I thought the Wandering Band, is it Stray Form? Wandering Village. So again, Wandering Village, pause. Okay, Stray Fawn Studios. Okay, Stray Fawn Studios, Wandering Village. Yeah, 250,000. Plenty of money. Plenty of money to do a successful game. What else do I have semi-recent? Astra Colony, that went through Kickstarter. Wow. Round about the 100k.
Also,
Same story.
it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Sassy's happy. The longer I take, the longer she gets to sleep in.
Okay. So it all works out in the end.
It sort of works out in the end. Yeah. So 100k is a good run for most games. Stardeus, which is still fairly early, has done 60k. I know he was fairly happy with his numbers. Rail Grade, that's it. That only just released to Steam. It says 15,000, but it had a year on Epic first, and it had an Epic grant, which meant they did all the early access on Epic.
The hell even was Railgrade?
It was an interesting little game. It was a...
Oh, was that connecting the cities thing?
That's the one.
So it was kind of boring.
It had...
Conventional.
It was all based around...
that's the one.
Around scenarios and a campaign.
Yeah.
So it had single player in it, which was nice. The catch was that I don't know how much customizability there was afterwards. I know there was map editors and stuff in there, but I don't know how quickly it was to share maps, etc.
But it's really just it's more of a puzzle solver than
It's a puzzle solver with trains.
Yeah, it's a puzzle solver with trains.
Yep. So yeah, 100k seems to be a happy number for a lot of devs, enough to fund a second game easily. 50k is enough for a very small team to fund a second game. Ixion? Yep, that's enough to fund a DLC. Well, that's enough to say yes to a DLC. And probably fund a second game with a third. I think they had 13 in the dev studio. I know Caledon became a community manager there. Not a community manager, a mod there. So it gave me a bit more insight into the behind the scenes. That, and I got to talk to half a dozen of the devs. So, yeah, 100k.
Look up what the ratio is for the Switch too, because these are... What does Nintendo take?
I imagine Steam is notorious for taking the highest cut of 30%, but then again, all mobile games take 30%. So yeah.
Yeah, they all take like 30%. But it's also a different style of market where Steam is just sort of like it's like one of those giant warehouse clearing centers.
What, Steam?
Yeah, it's where you get. It's one of. I don't know if you've ever seen them. They're these. It's just like this pop-up sale shop. I say shop, but it's just a warehouse. It's just full of random crap from shipping containers. It's like stuff that regular shops wouldn't sell. Or
yeah, we get them occasionally. Desync? Yeah, we can look at Desync. We get them occasionally around Christmas.
Whereas the point is that Switch is a little, well, Nintendo Store is a little bit more premium. rather than just flogging off shipping containers of crap.
Autonomous Colony Simulator. Okay, they went and renamed it and added. Okay, desync 45k. Yeah,
Fine, yeah.
and they released an update, so they got a bump in player numbers right there. So yeah, they're fine to keep going for now. You want stupid?
It's my only thing with Steam too is that the potential market reach is massive. If even the smallest game.
Oh yeah. 5 million.
However many.
5 million for
however many.
Satisfactory on just Steam. And
Just Steam.
Factorio.
I feel like JD's stalling at this point too.
Factorio. It says 5 million, but the last we heard was 4. Who said Nintendo takes 3% of third-party developers' selling price and records this in their accounts as net revenue? There you go. Public companies have to share more details, whereas Steam is still a private company. Gee, always stalls? I don't. I also have to go to the bathroom for the record, you know. Oh, hi, shit, it's a Sassy. Hi. There is no
You're about
life
to get a beating, are you?
I'm about to get a beating? Probably. If it helps at all, dear, Mojo just showed up. Like 10 minutes ago. I said I'd call you. I said sometime after 9.
Lies to the wife already.
Huh? I said sometime after 9. I was waiting on Mojo. It's all dependent on Mojo. Thanks. She comes with presents. As far as the situations were, it's fine. It's fine. No slaps. Okay. All right. We'll do a Friday Facts in just a second.
Spare a second.
I need to go to the bathroom, Mojo. Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right. Could Mojo negotiate a ransom sum? Yeah, 1 million gum leaves. Yes.
Gum or red gum?
Does it matter that much? I don't even know where that file is. I keep losing it. Downloads? Oh, it wouldn't be downloads. Documents? No. I have a file called Desync Calculator. There you go. Yeah, here we go. There we go. We'll just leave that on the screen. All right. I love tap slaps, Jenny. Yeah, something like that. All right. I will be back in a minute.
We'll start the clock then. Start counting down. Wash while you pee. It's more efficient. Does that mean I have to entertain everyone while staring at this ransom note? Shady and counting. it could be waiting a while then. It's been slapped 14 times and he deserved all of them. Bilbo, I question those numbers. I feel like that number is far too low. Tell a joke? Okay. JD, there's your joke. 43 times? That's small. That sounds a little bit more believable. Good one. I don't know, I thought that was a good one. Oh wait, no, that can't be a good one, can it? It's a bad one. Yeah, that's definitely a bad one. Any dad jokes? It's too early in the morning. And the weekend. It's a pathetic one. It was a cheap shot. Google one. See, I don't want to reduce myself to Googling one. We're afraid of for the calendar, its days are numbered. That they are, Bilbo. That they are.
Oh my god.
And, just like a philosopher once wrote, the days start coming and they don't stop coming.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Sound. Sound settings.
There we go. How was that?
That was...
Did I do a good?
That was horrible. That was
What?
horrible.
Bilbo's joke or my value add?
Both, all of the above. Alright. Factorio's happy. Friday facts. Okay. You good? You ready?
Yep.
Alright. G'day, mate, and welcome to Friday Facts number 386, the Vulcananus. Right, Mojo? Right?
Who's Rhaenys?
Vulcans.
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah.
So go Volk,
Volk.
and then the rest.
Anus.
There you go.
Okay, so this post is by Arendelle, and yes, we're going to be covering the new planet today. It's going to be interesting because this is one of the 4 new planets. So we're going to take an in-depth look at each planet's terrain, changes, processes, technologies, new gear, but not all at once. In some cases, the planet's content will split into multiple parts. To kick things off, I cover the terrain and natural aspects of the planet, the closest thing to being finished. So we have Welcome to the Planet. It is a toasty volcanic wonderland, conveniently sandwiched between the idyllic Narvis, and the sizzling sun. It's closer to the sun than most would dare to venture, but trust me, it's a splendid place to start your interplanetary travels. So we're probably going in before we go out of the solar system.
Seems to be the indication.
Yeah. I do like the planet icon. It's going to be very obvious which planet that one is.
Yeah. Very obvious sulfuric acid looking color.
Yeah. So our journey begins amidst the blazing volcano mountains. Imposable geological landforms often feature a central lava pit. These fiery cubicles offer a great place to get rid of waste items. Just throw them in and poof, and then go on a glorious puff of smoke and flame. Nope. I fucked up. I clicked the wrong button. I didn't remove the overlays.
Oh, one job.
So many jobs. I muted Factorio. Chat, you didn't tell me.
The anus thing again.
Huh?
Now I gotta do the anus thing again.
Glasslight just told me.
Hmm.
Yeah, you meant to tell me before I fuck up. That's the whole point.
See, even better is, how about you just recapture the thing and then
splice in the audio. Yep.
Yeah.
Level 3 streamer, definitely level 3 streamer.
See, that's a 5-head play right there.
It is. Okay, so our journey begins amongst the blazing volcanic mountains. Imposing geological landforms often feature a central lava pit. These fiery cubicles offer a great place to get rid of waste items, throw them in and poof, glorious buff of smoke and flame. Outdated gadgets, cursed rings of power, or maybe even unwanted company. Mojo, would you mind playing a multiplayer game with me?
Sure. Is this completely unrelated?
Yeah, completely unrelated. I got a couple of pistols. I want to show you how to dispose of them in the future. I'm just going to give you one to hold in each hand and just dispose of them.
That would make an interesting production line. Just have a pistol assembly line that just conveyors into the lava.
Well, not only that, you could recycle the pistols first, and then anything that's of a higher quality, you could then dump the crap into the lava.
Yes. That could be an interesting way to dispose of the lower tier items.
Yeah, rather than recraft them into something else and then recycling them and have another shot at 25% of getting an upgrade. Yeah, we're off
Yeah.
off topic already. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's Factorio. Why go to the trouble of recycling when you can dump it and mine and make more?
mine a new one. Yep. The high points are the mountains. High points of the mountains are desolate ridges surrounded that surround the lava pits. This would be a good vantage point if it weren't for the thick yellow fog that burns your lungs and etches your eyes. I believe with the amount of pollution I've dumped on a Narvis, I don't think anything affects our lungs or our eyes. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure we're immune.
I think that Power Armor Mark II is pretty resistant to that stuff.
Yeah. I know that I've died many times and gone back to spawn without a power armor. It's been perfectly fine. Yeah. But we down.
I think it was even the Soviets that figured that out too. 'Cause it's technically Venus.
Yeah, Venus, everything melts very quickly.
Yeah.
So further down the mountainside, sulfuric acid geysers will bellow thick yellow smoke from fissures. The surrounding area is pitted by dried sulfur puddles where sulfur-stained rock covers a larger area. Feel the rock crunch under your footsteps. This area has calcite deposits leaching out of the rock. It can be mined easily by your trusty mining drills, but the many cliffs, valleys, and rocky protrusions render the terrain unsuitable for anything larger than a small mining outpost. And then we have a pretty video, and the videos are
It's a very nice video.
It's a very, very nice video. Yeah. Arendelle is the one piloting the tank and has answered the question, how many takes did he have to do to get the piloting of this tank done as artfully as he could? And the answer
And it turns out it's following a programmed path.
no, it was 20 plus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Somebody is driving manually. There was debates because I do these live on Twitch. You can always watch them on the second channel. There was definitely debates here earlier on whether it was a pre-programmed or somebody was actually recording it. But there is a stutter as it goes above the lava. It does a turn to the left, then a turn to the right. No, when it comes into this narrow pass. Yep, it does a squeeze one when it squeeze the other. And like that's a player thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a little micro correction.
Yep. In the Shadow of the Mountains, the ashlands have some semblance of tranquility in this turbulent landscape. The thick pillars of insulating ash are like cool, comforting blankets that keep the worst of the heat at bay. Ashlands are the most habitable area, but on this planet, that's not saying much. It's mostly a desert, but clusters of vegetation defy the harsh conditions to calm a precarious existence here. The only resource here is coal. Vegetation was buried in ash long ago, compressed, heated, and exposed once again. With flat terrain and sparse vegetation, if you're looking for a good location for a base, you won't do much better than the ashlands. And again, we get another pretty little video. But it means, there's only two resources confirmed so far: coal and calcite. Calcite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was that all coal there that they drove over?
Yes, it's all coal.
I didn't actually notice that when I looked at these last time.
It's a very poor patch of coal, I want to mention.
Oh, yeah, it's a very low richness patch of coal.
Yeah.
I also noticed that there's like a tree that's on fire and it seems to extinguish as the tank goes past and then lights on fire again.
No, the tree is on fire, but the tree stays on fire and doesn't burn. And I think when the tank interacts with it, that's when the fire becomes like a real fire in Factorio and will start damaging things. So before that, I think like it's a paused entity, so it doesn't take any damage. But then when the tank interacts with it, it then becomes a real fire, which will then burn that tree in air quotes.
Or it's just fire that's just suddenly started spreading. It's like starts out like that. It's like when you get a lava pool in Minecraft, and it starts burning the landscape.
Okay. So descending further, we reach the basalt. Yep, basins where vast lava lakes and rivers have etched a labyrinth network. There are many safe paths through, but the routes tend to be circular. No.
Circuitous?
Yeah, that's the one. Big circles. It's fast to go around or over with elevated rails if you can, which now confirms you can put elevated rails in lava. The lava side, from being a formidable obstacle, also a resource abundant with iron, copper, and stone. Yeah, that's going to change resource gathering a little bit.
It's almost like sanctioned C block on the lava block.
Yeah, lava
So that
block.
means you're pumping in lava and turning it into iron, copper, and stone. It's
Um,
turning it into your fundamentals.
yeah, I'm just hoping that the lava doesn't recede as you pump it, because that would really make mining
Yeah,
outposts.
that would be slightly
Yeah.
irritating.
Finally, pursuit of tungsten beckons exploration deeper in the lava maze. That's why you're really here, right? With unyielding toughness, that little drill you brought won't do much good. I'm sure nothing will mind if you mine a little. So then we have another wonderful little video. And the lava pits are awesome.
Very pity.
Very pretty, and very, very bright. And I've been playing a whole lot of mods over on Twitch for quite some time now, where we've been playing with the colorscape of Factorio, making the nights very, very dark, and then adding, glow effects where we can. So we make sure that uranium ammo is extra bright. We make sure that when you fire bullets, they have like tracer rounds in them, so you can see what's happening in the dark.
Oh, like that.
But it's very, very dark most of the time. But it also means that like spit lights up and this lights up, and lasers are really bright, so you can really get some sort of light around you. But yeah, with them doing the same with lava, I really think this will lend itself to darker than normal nights. I know I've been playing modified for so long, I can't tell if this looks to be darker than normal, because the video definitely starts out at nighttime, because the torch is on. Oh well, the lights are on the tank.
Yeah, the lights are on, so it's nighttime.
Yeah.
People on Reddit were talking about that, and I don't think they quite noticed that, yeah, it was actually dark as well, or nighttime as well.
Yeah, it's nighttime right at the start of the video, but normal day-night cycle in Factorio, the nights are not very long. Right? And I've got plenty of experience taking screenshots, and there's a very, very narrow part of the night that is as dark as possible, and it's literally like about a minute.
It's every time. Every time.
It's 1 minute that's actually that's as dark as the game gets, and that's when I've taken lots of screenshots. But so, design the planet. When designing planets or bodies for a solar system, unless they're all moons, you expect the different planets to be different temperatures, with hotter places close to the sun and colder places, planets further away. Of all the planets you visit, there should be a hottest and a coldest, and it didn't feel right for either of these to be Narvis. So, as expected, we've had at least one planet hotter and at least one planet colder than Narvis. Vulcanus is the hottest planet, named after Vulcan, the Roman god of fire, volcanoes, deserts, metalworking, and the Forge. The name is appropriate for both the planet's terrain and planet-specific technologies. And being the hottest planet, I wanted Vulcanus to have lava. Got some pushback on the bias that lava worlds are too cliche in games. It's not untrue. The planet uniqueness is certainly a high priority, but it has some counter arguments. Would only be true if the planet was one-dimensional and was only about being lava, which I agree. And if we don't have parts of the landscape hot on the Earth as our hot planet, many people would find it underwhelming. The lava would be notable by its absence. So, well then, hang on. Mars seems to be hotter than Earth?
It just it lacks atmosphere.
Yeah. It lacks atmosphere, but it means it's hotter during the day and also colder during the night.
Yeah, because it does have frozen caps.
Yeah. Yeah, whereas somewhere like Venus, which is really what we're comparing it to, is just hot all the time.
It's hot, thick cloud, and it's actually dry there. It's more like the Ashland, what they describe with the Ashlands.
Yeah.
It'd be a hot place.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So I think, what's it called? I was trying to think of the game. Riftbreaker, they did the exact same thing, a lava-y hot world, hot biome.
They did. And the other thing that they did is every single biome Riftbreaker has different enemies. And that's yes. One thing they have alluded to. Yes, one line. But who knows what may awaken in the depths of Vulcanus. Yeah. I don't know. Huh?
Never mind.
I'm hoping that we get something interesting. There have been rumors, and there have been... Did I open the tab? No, I didn't open the tab. We did see in a previous Friday Facts a weird-looking thingamajiggy bob.
Jelly brain?
No, not the brain thing. Not the brain thing. There's too dry for the brain thing. Brain thing's going to be a different planet.
It's more of a swampy thing,
Yes. No, we
if
did
I was to guess.
see something that could be similar to a thumper from June.
Oh.
Yep, it was down the bottom on the task the toolbar during one of the Friday facts. I don't know. Maybe in post I can slip it in right about here. So it was there somewhere, and that is a possibility that maybe we'll have moving worms. I'd like to see moving worms because we're gonna get to a map view in a second, and yeah, worms as turrets that move around I think would be interesting because the larger
Or
worms
annoying.
definitely outrange you. Or outrange any guns we have currently. Yeah. So we have a volcanic planet. It's more about the ashy plains, the mountains, the sulfuric acid geysers, and the lava rivers, and the volcano tops. It's also worth noting that in the earlier planet's development there were some additional forms of vegetation, but those were later moved to a different planet, so we could amplify the specific desolate and scorched atmosphere that makes this planet unique and distinct from others. On this planet, I wanted different areas to be useful for different things, so you treat them differently and adapt to the landscape. You can't just pave over everything until ultra late game, so initially each area has its role. The ashlands are a great place to build because they're flat and get easily cleared of sparse vegetation. The mountains have two critical resources you need immediately, but they're difficult to build on until you get cliff explosives. And the lava areas start as an obstacle, but later transitions to be the most important area to mine. And then we have a picture of a map, which I have separated out. And the flat areas are going to be fine. But yeah, you don't get cliff explosives.
Yeah, there's a lot of cliffs there. And
Yeah.
already the cliff haters are wincing in pain.
Look, the cliffs are going to be fine. I wouldn't worry about it too much. I've already had a look at the videos, and unfortunately, so in Factorio, when cliffs go down, they go down in a random orientation, okay? It's not like you have all the cliffs facing towards the east to imply that you're going up and up and up higher. They could be facing the east, they could be facing the west, whatever it happens to be. From the videos we've seen so far, or from going through the videos, I'm not sure whether that's been implemented properly. It doesn't look like it has been in the driving through. But then when I look at this, and by playing the amount of Factorio I have, it looks like all the cliffs are building their way up to the volcano pits at the top.
So the game doesn't represent height, but it does have a kind of contour map generator.
It does.
Contour layer generator, and that's how it maps out the cliffs. So that's how it gets the heights correct.
Yeah.
The
Well,
effective height, I should say, because there is no height. It's all flat.
I don't know if it gets it correct, but let's leave that now for now. But we do remember back in Friday Facts number 373, we did say that there were going to be no cliff explosives. So no artillery, no cliff explosives at this point. No Spidertron, no best tier modules, and some personal equipment is also missing. If this is your first planet you're going to, so you've been warned. You're going to be blue science.
Yep, blue signs.
Yeah. Which means lasers, flamethrowers. Although I have a feeling flamethrowers are probably not going to work on whatever the hell's on this planet.
Unless it can throw lava.
Maybe. But yes, we have our coal, we have our flatlands, we have the calcinite, we have tungsten, and then the I don't know, the yellowish oil patches, because that's what they look like.
That's the calcite.
No, the white one's the calcite.
Oh, the white one's a calcite. Yeah, okay.
The yellow ones are sulfuric acid.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we haven't got to that part. But yeah, they're going to be sulfuric acid. So you're going to go through a lot of acid. Also, there's no oil. The only way you're going to get oil is via coal liquefaction. And we both know how that chews through coal.
Yes, it's actually just below the picture.
The next line.
Yeah,
No, it is. So yeah, over time, lava has become a pivotal part of the gameplay because it provides a lot of new opportunities. New obstacle, you can't landfill for a long time, blah, 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 blah. But you can void items. So Well, lava gives you iron, copper, and stone. Excess can be thrown back in. Coal gives you coal, but with liquefaction, you can get secondary ores too. Sulfuric acid geysers give you sulfuric acid directly. So we're going to be going through a lot of sulfuric acid. Calcinite is a new resource which is useful when combined with other things, such as sulfuric acid. And tungsten is all that requires some special smelting methods compared to iron and copper. So it's going to be slightly different to forge in a different type of smelter.
So we're going to get base game alloy smelting, something from like Bob's or equivalent.
Well, calcite, yes. But calcite, because you're going to mix it within sulfuric acid, they don't have a chemical plant.
I wonder if calcite's going to be part of making like steel or something. Oh no, you can't get there without steel. Anyway.
You already have steel
So
at
I
this
don't think
point.
steel's changing.
So I don't know.
And technically that would be carbon or nickel or something anyway.
I don't know. Sulfuric acid is obviously going to be important because you're going to get it so easily on this planet. And unless you're going to dry it out to get sulfur to mass transport sulfur to mix back with water to make sulfuric acid, it doesn't make a sense to ship it. Also,
I wonder if you need the sulfuric acid to mine the tungsten like you mine uranium with sulfuric acid.
That's sort of what I'm expecting, but I don't remember enough about the mining process of tungsten to lay in one way or another about that. Yeah. So Fortune of the Planet. Map generation, landscapes, biomes, and distribution is the hardest part of this whole process. I'm sure they spent more time designing and building landscape itself than any single thing that goes into it. The task is a unique blend of maths, code, and artistry. I'll cover more on how this was designed and made in a future Friday Facts. Trying to explain it now will make this post far too technical. One area I can explain quickly is the starting area. Vulcanus has a very predictable starting area as compared to Narvis. This is required not only to give you access to convenient starting resources, primarily to show you what sort of terrains that these resources appear on. Knowing the terrain association is important here. For example, if you want more sulfuric acid, then you should be exploring mountains to find it. The starting area has 3 distortion circles representing a mountain, a basalt basin, and an ashland plateau. These circles have guaranteed resource patches of sulfuric acid, calcinite, coal, and tungsten. The whole arrangement can be rotated and flipped to not look too repetitive across different game seeds, or is done with basic maths and trigonometry, plus a bit of distortion we'll ignore for now. If you're learning trigonometry and whatever it's ever useful, yes it is. It's just this is just one of many ways. So we have our start in the middle.
Useful trigonometry.
Well, I just did a Capra Institute video that's not published yet, but it's probably going to go out same day as this Friday Facts, which involved a whole bunch of algebra to make a closed loop, but a system that's not normally a closed loop, make it a closed loop by slowly removing and eliminating all the factors through lots and lots of algebra. Yes. So we have your origin. You have your starting mountain, which is going to have your calcinite plus your sulfuric acid geysers, which is a weird icon for a sulfuric acid geyser, I have to say.
It is barely possible to tell what that is.
Well, the only thing I can assume is it's that, because like that's tungsten, that's coal, that's the calcite, so it has to be the other thing.
So by process of elimination, and the yellow that's underneath, the sort of visible underneath the icon too. But yeah.
Yeah. That might need a small refactor. Yeah. So then we have our coal in the ashlands, and then the lava basin, which is a very, very large area. And I'm also willing to bet this is where we're going to find biters. I can really see the biters living in the lava basin. At least I hope so. It means lots of little islands lots of little bridges to defend across.
Turns out that the darker red dots are actually biters.
Oh,
They're
perfect.
hidden there already.
Actually, there are darker red dots. Yeah, I didn't even notice.
It's the wrong color red, by the way. There are no biters, actual biters. Before people get ideas, just in case.
Oh, there's no guarantee they're the same type of biters. Maybe they're different biters.
That's true, yes.
Maybe there are different colored reds, you know?
Yeah.
It could be lava, it could be biters, it could be friendly, it could be foe, it could be, yeah.
It's like Prison Architect. You got the bright red for the maximum security, and then the super max is dark red. You know, the even more dangerous ones.
So,
You
yes.
heard it here first.
Yeah, for the tile set within each landscape, the nature of the settings steered us in particular directions, rock, ash, lava, etc. But there's still a lot of creative freedom within that. With volcanic rock, for example, lots of different ways it could look, ranging from sponge-like pumice, that's not even pronounced correctly, it was close, to folded glassy rock that almost looks like melted black plastic. Used lots of reference photos to start tile sets and gradually shifted them to something more purposefully alien. Factorio is a stylized game, but I try to make sure that when we diverge from reality, we do it intentionally and not out of ignorance, except for iron.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The typical workflow is either make a sketch of a tile set or gather some reference images. Fear Gal? Gonna go with? Yeah?
Yeah, it's close enough.
Yeah? We'd make the textures in Substance Designer and Blender, and then we go through the many rounds of me painting over sectors of the tile set and figure out making adjustments. When we're close to a finish, I then do a color correction plus all the tile sets integrated correctly into their respective biomes. So we have a cliff, we have I guess like the lowlands, midlands, lowlands. Yeah.
Ashlands,
Ashlands,
land,
biome
lava
lands, lava lands. It'll be fun.
salt
Just,
lands.
sure, let's go with what he said. So the lava requires some special attention. I've made glowing lava in the 1.1 version of the game a couple of times now, but had to choose between something that has motion and looks like orange water, or something that looks like lava but has no motion to it. For the 2.0 engine lava, Virgo made a prototype lava shader outside the game and got something looking good using multiple texture layers and distortion. Doing it this way was good because when the shader was implemented in-game by him and Priscilla, it was already known how many layers we'd need, what gets sorted by what, and so on. A typical approach might be the shader was coded by a programmer first, and the artist would try and work within the constraints of the system. But I'm pretty sure giving the artist some say in the initial constraints saved a lot of time. It's not that there weren't revisions, there were many, but we have a lot to do, and saving time with good workflow definitely certainly helps. And I've got to say, the lava is awesome. I love it.
Look good. Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this in game. This is one of the things that, I can definitely see there are parts that are mirroring and repeating through it, but that's fine. It's only because it's a static image currently. I'm sure once I see it in game and I'm driving past it in a tank, I won't stop and stare at it for too long. Not without a very thick, heavy fire suit on. Yeah. And many of you may have noticed the previous Friday Facts, the Deconstruction Planner had some new cliffs. Yes, we did. We tried using darker versions of the Navis cliffs. It wasn't just good enough. Cliffs for this planet and others are made by Lucas. One of the planets in particular, on this planet, the particular challenge with the cliffs was to make them visible enough. The darker objects on the dark background, and for the north direction especially, the first versions were very difficult to see. I found I added a fake shadow beneath the north-facing cliff and a top edge highlight on all the cliffs, then we would get them in a state where they're readable and still integrate well with the terrain. The trade-off is a bit of an unrealistic light and shadow, but usability is far more important here, and I agree 100%. Yeah, if I can't see a cliff, I'm going to get very grumpy very quickly. And I don't care if the shaders are all a little bit off. We'll call it good enough, close enough. Yeah. But yeah, as long as... I think when it comes to cliffs, we can definitely see that it looks like up to the left-hand corner. Top left definitely looks like up a mountain. If that ends up in a volcano at the top, I'm going to be very, very happy.
It feels like it's going up to a volcano.
Yeah, but that's something that Factorio hasn't really done till now. Like, we've played with maps where we've experimented with a height map, and we had a map that looked like a human fingerprint. There were just lines of cliffs everywhere, and you'd find two that were like opposite to one another all the time because the engine just did not know what to do. So I'm hoping that maybe cliffs have gone through a refactor, rebuild, fix, check, whatever.
It should have already been generating correct heights. I think it just doesn't handle setting them to 100% properly.
Oh, we were way past 100%.
Oh, that's why, yeah.
We were way past 100%.
Yeah, if you're way past 100%, that'd break it.
It looked like a fingerprint.
Yeah.
Yeah. Undergrounds were important. Also, there were areas of the map that you couldn't get to because they were completely surrounded in cliffs. Yeah.
Completely locked off.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, one of that preview map is similar to setting cliffs to maximum. It's probably a little bit denser, but it looks very similar.
Yeah. So they also added a lot of small and medium craters on the terrain. They're just decorative, meaning there is no collision or interaction. They're flat enough to build on without looking weird. If we try to make larger craters this way, it wouldn't work because then either look too flat to look natural, or they look too steep. They'd look steep enough, but placing a machine on the edge would look wrong. Solutions make the craters collidable, but there are two more problems. The collision box is always rectangular, so hitting invisible corners is annoying. There's also a flat part in the middle that looks buildable that isn't. We also want to make some practical craters, which would mean even more special collision rules. Partial craters, which would mean even more special collision rules. The solution we came up with is more like a ring of special cliffs, where sections of the ring can be randomly removed. Unlike normal cliffs, we don't have a special start and end sections. Factorio makes sure that all of the cliff sections that can visually overlap in a full circle but still look right if they're on the edge of a broken crater. If I find a full circle crater, I put turrets in the middle like a little fort. Yeah, it doesn't really
I
look
love
like...
the little cliff fort. Just never mind the fact that they can't see over the top.
Hey, they're shooting through the gaps. There's a gap in the north.
Okay, yeah.
There's a gap in the south. Okay, they only shoot in two directions. It's fine. Also, when lasers arm, they pop up slightly higher, right? That gives them the height advantage to shoot over, right? Yeah. It looks less like cliffs and more like a mountain range.
I wonder if you can hide a rocket silo in one.
Ooh. And bring the belts in with undergrounds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously too small for getting one in there, but the potential is there now.
The potential is there. Like, you could probably customize them out and cut out the four corners and slide them out a little bit, and then put in some straights in the middle and stuff. But speaking of undergrounds, Mojo, I know you were dreaming. I know you were dreaming of running your pipe of water under a lava lake and out the other side to plug straight into your steam engine, hoping the underground did all the work for you. I got bad news.
Doesn't work?
Yeah, no undergrounds under lava.
Under lava, yeah. What figures as much?
No pipe, no belt. Sorry.
Just like with the space platform, they probably
they've used
rules
the same
would exist.
Rule set. Yeah. So bad luck there. But we do have sulfuric acid geysers, as both a regional point of interest and a resource. Some of the areas look almost like a sub-region in their own right. These areas aren't huge because they are resource indicators, and if the region is too big, it's harder to find the right spots to place your equipment. Find the right spots also made easier by these resource nodes having yellow smoke. Yes, we can have animated resources now. I wonder if that means in update 1.2, 2.0, the DLC expansion, whether the oil puddles that we put pump jacks on are gonna have oil squirt out of them, or the puddle move, or something in the future.
Animated oil.
Yeah.
Well, do they still squirt oil when you build on them? Is the question.
Probably not. Or that would be hidden. That would be hidden under the pump jack. Yeah, I expect that to be hidden under the pump jack with a Z height difference. Yeah. So yes, animated resources. Jersey has made the acid puddles on the section a couple of ways. Earlier on, we had puddles filled with liquid acid, but we moved to dried up puddles to keep the planet feeling drier. Also, building on shallow liquid acid puddles didn't look right. I think it would look fine.
It would be a bit odd. I mean, going back to the first point about it being dry, it makes more sense for it to be dry.
Look,
it would just evaporate and crystallize.
I think it'd be fine, but I want to make sure that my building, like one corner of it sunk occasionally, right, into the ground as it got eaten by acid. That would be a requirement, you know? Okay. So, yeah, I do like this. I'm also wondering what the hell you stamp on top of that.
Yeah, I mean, is it like a Vespine geyser gas building, or like how do you build on it?
Yeah.
Snap?
I assume it would snap the same as a pump jack. I assume that would be a requirement, and it's going to pump out sulfuric acid. Building. Well, it will make it a very small building. I'm expecting like Oh, pump jacks are only a 3 by
Turns out
3.
it's like a 5x5 gas collector or something.
Well, technically we're pumping sulfuric acid, so it's a liquid.
Yeah.
And I'm expecting pump jack, so it's 3 by 3. I wonder if they're going to fix the pump jack problem where they only rotate. What is it? Bottom left, top right. There's no other rotation.
Yeah, you only get 2 corners.
Yeah. So the thermal vent chimneys were one of the areas we diverged from more typical Earth volcano. They add a lot of verticality to the terrain when you're exploring it, help feel a bit more alien instead of just an extreme part of Earth. The young chimneys are small, many ones are tall, and the old ones are crabbled back to their base. The landscape doesn't change on its own, but these little touches help it feel like it's a changing world. I also feel like I'm going to want to run a deconstruction planner over this eventually and probably collect a lot of rock.
I'd be disappointed if we can't deconstruct it and collect stone.
Yeah, it's starting to feel more like space exploration and alien biomes the more I look at it.
It does, doesn't it?
There's going to be decon planners and stone everywhere. Yeah. So, one of the ashlands look like a special burnt forest with dark leafless shapes looming over you. The trees, if that's even the right word for them, are alive, but we didn't want them to look leafy or anything like actual healthy trees. Presumably, yes, they get most of their energy by breaking down chemicals instead of photosynthesis, or perhaps they exploit the temperature gradient between the bottom and the top of the ash. From that point of view, they are maybe more of an endonolith fungus? Yes. I'm not looking that one up. But they have trunk-like shapes and tree-like roll. So for now, we'll call them trees. And this is Mojo's burning trees.
Yes.
And they
burning bush.
Yeah, that is a burning bush. Yeah. And it's part of the asset, so it's going to keep burning forever. And that's the one that was earlier with your tank driving past.
Driving past, setting fire to things.
Actually, there's also, just to the right of the burning trees, is one of those craters. It's a half crater.
Oh, yeah.
Two-third crater.
Yeah, I wonder laser turrets could see over.
At least see out one side of it. Yeah. So the fire, I'm willing to bet, once you interact with it, it's going to become like normal Factorio fire and could spread to other things. I also noticed that the little red-orange bushes are back because we've got them in base Factorio right now.
Yep, they haven't gone that far. It's questionable how they can exist without water unless they feed off sulfuric acid somehow.
Aren't they in the desert biomes in base Factorio that doesn't really have desert biomes? It has
pretend deserts.
Yeah, that's all right. A lot of work has been done so far. Still a few remaining placeholders. The obvious ones now are the tungsten and calcite resource graphics. These will replace soon. Hopefully others don't stand out too much, like the hand-painted decoratives and in the ash sand area, because it may take longer to replace those. So I don't know. So ash sand, is that the one above?
That might actually explain those bushes.
Those bushes, maybe,
yeah.
And as for the calcite, well, I'm interested in what they come up with, because at the moment it just looks like another ore.
I mean, it has another ore. It does look like another ore, but it also does have that that sort of stained base underneath it.
Yeah,
which does look good.
It does look good, and it does remind me of like salt. So yeah. All right. So conclusion: the path tears through the ashy barrens and burning winds, around lava rivers and jagged foothills, crunches through dusty calcite and splashes through sulfuric acid geysers to the top of a mountainous volcano. Just being here feels epic. Volcanus is the most developed new planet so far, which makes me worried because there's 3 other planets that aren't as developed as this one, and this one's not fully fleshed out either. And getting this state has been a big team effort involving most of the art team. When we return to Volcanus, we'll see some of the new processes of the planet and how the new resources are used. We'll also show a couple of new structures, one that we've teased before. Can you guess which one it is and what it does? Mojo, guesses?
It's not related to elevator rails, is it?
No. Or
recyclers?
He's really bad. They teased it back in, what, 2022? End of 22.
I think I already suggested it before we actually started, because they mentioned where was it? The smelting processes thing.
Yes.
Alloy smelting.
Yes, alloy smelting.
With the calcite.
Well, this is either pouring out molten tungsten or possibly it's smelting with lava.
It could be either.
Yes. But we have an icon that's been teased. Yes. Well, 3 icons have been teased. We have what is probably going to be a smelter, what is probably something that involves lightning, and what is, I don't know, but it has a blue ribbon on it. Yeah, that's all I've got.
That's the Factorio dude with So the ribbons are just painted over the top.
Yeah, we know that
because it was a Christmas thing.
Yeah. The one with the blue ribbon is not a Factorio dude. It is.
Unless it was something teased in one of the previous recent FFFs.
No. The green thing, the blue thing, we got no idea what they are. Still, the bottom left's a furnace. That's the furnace. We can tell that's a furnace. That's probably going to be tungsten. Blue ribbon might represent the space hub capsule thing that now looks very, very, very different. But I doubt it. Like this is only, it is 12 months ago. Don't get me wrong. But they would have had the early art down for this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
12 months ago easily. And I doubt they would have put something. I doubt they would have teased something in one of their Christmas postcards.
Capsule.
Yeah, the capsule. Well, we don't really know how we land on a planet yet. We do know that the player does it.
Because we know currently you just teleport down.
You come down. We don't know how you get down explicitly. Yeah. So maybe that's how the player gets down. Maybe. We do know resources are shipped down. We do know rockets are required to get the resources up. So yeah, but we don't know what the green thing is. We don't know what the blue thing is. And we're not going to know till they finally tell us or hint at it or something. But yeah, I'm willing to bet what these 3 items are, they would have been pretty final before they leaked it in the postcard. Because they've been working on this for 3 years now. 3 years? 3 years.
Something like that.
Yeah, 3 years now. So they're going to be, at least with some processes, they're going to have, if not final renders of the graphics, they're going to be final renders. They just need the last minute quality touch-ups with, a final pass, improving the graphics or improving things, exporting them into the game with the highest resolution that they choose to use, right? Anything like that, like really, really last second final touches. So yeah, I'm willing to bet these 3 are in the new DLC somewhere. Somewhere is the question. Also, as we said, if this is the most developed planet and there are 3 more to go, how long are we expecting for the DLC?
At least, they did say at least another year.
Yeah, I know. I'm wondering if it's more than another year. More than another year. Yeah. Is this a 2025 or a 2024?
It'd be a late 2024 at the earliest.
Yeah. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Look, it looks cool so far. I'm eager to play, but yeah. Yeah, if Satisfactory hits 1.0 first. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And I think with that is where we'll leave today's Friday Facts. Yep. On that note. All right. Anything else you want to add, Mojo?
The only thought was that I had with this was that, as I was mentioning with alien biomes and space exploration, is that this is a much more constrained environment compared to base Factorio. So it'll be interesting to see how it mixes in. Like, it's a lot less diverse. It's much less open and much more constrained and pushing you in a certain direction.
You're gonna have to, in base Factorio, cliffs are a thing, but you can pretty much ignore them. You can
turn them off.
Well, you can turn them off, yes, but the biggest thing you might have to do is you might have to weave a train track around a cliff. A belt, you can probably just go under the cliff. But a train track, you might not be able to run a straight line. You might have to weave around a cliff. But in this, I can definitely see there are going to be situations where people are going to end up, well, especially with mining, they're going to be mining around and in cliffs, and you're just going to have to deal with it until you get cliff explosives. Same goes for
Or
the acid.
more specifically, they're going to deal with it until a mod comes out, which is no cliffs on Vulcanus.
Yeah, but yes. You're 100%
That's going to be
right.
one of the first mods that comes out, and that's the only thing I have against these really forced. This more sort of forced way of playing the game is that people just mod it out.
Yeah, look, Factorio is an old enough game that people want to play it the way they want to play it. Like, I'm perfectly fine with having pipes that I can't step over because I have very, very short legs and the pipes are very, very tall, obviously, but they're so tall that I can't climb under them because they're obviously put on the ground. Yeah, we'll just leave that there. But many people refuse to play Factorio unless you have Squeak Through installed, where they can slip over a pipe. They can't be
I've also
bothered.
pointed out that a pipe that's like a meter in diameter is actually a lot more difficult to jump over than it seems.
Yeah, but I can still jump over it eventually. Okay, I can push myself up one slide down the other. It's not impossible. In base Factorio,
Impossible.
it is impossible. It's a meter in diameter. It's only a meter off the ground, and they're not off. They're not put on the ground in Factorio. They're like partially buried. Yeah, it's fine. We can climb over it. You're not stepping over it, but you can climb over it. Just give me a slowdown effect as I go over them to encourage me to use underground pipes. But some people refuse to play without Squeak Through. Same as solar panels. They build a whole solar field and you can't walk through it, so they install Squeak Through rather than just don't build a solar field where you want to walk.
It's not like robots exist or anything.
Yeah.
It's not like pipes to ground exist or anything.
Yeah.
It's not like they're expensive. So you
Yeah.
can just walk through where the pipes are.
Yeah. I build straight pipes all the time and carry a couple of undergrounds and just slap it in when I want to walk through them. But yeah, like, people are going to play the game the way they want to play, and it's been around long enough that some people are going to be set in their ways. So yes, there are going to be some people that just refuse to play this particular map with cliffs.
There's also a lot of people who come into the game and it's like, okay, what mods do I need to play the game? And they'll get a list of mods from people.
No,
and
that's just
start out that way.
That's just a gaming thing. That's a gaming thing. The amount of games that I've seen people are playing for the first time has just been released in, a new update or whatever, and they're like, what mods do I need to play this game? And the answer is play it once in vanilla. Just play it through vanilla and then make up your own mind. What do you want to have to be easier, better, whatever? I'm playing Timberborn currently. There is a mod for a pipette tool. It's not in the base game, but oh my gosh, does it make it that much easier to play the game.
That would be a game changer.
Yeah. There's another one for automating the dams to go up and down when floods stop. Yeah. There is a lot of quality of life mods out there, but I've played through it 2 or 3 times with vanilla first before I've even worried about installing any of these mods. And yeah,
The thing you mentioned with Timberborn is that raising and lowering the floodgates manually I feel like it's kind of the point, because it's basically busy work because when you reach endgame in Timberborn, there's nothing to do other than raise and lower floodgates.
Yeah, but also I want to be able to not have to babysit the game for 30 minutes or an hour at a time. I want to set up a large building project and go, it's fine, even if a drought comes the next 10 minutes whilst I've stepped away, they're not going to all die because I didn't lower the floodgates.
Hopefully, endgame will get fleshed out more. But that's Timberborn, not Factorio.
That's Timberborn, not Factorio. Yep, off topic. All right, that's it. We're calling it here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. We will see you in the next Friday Facts in a week's time. Right, Mojo?
Yes, we will.
All right, that's it. We're out. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, all done.
Yay, just on 10 o'clock.
Yeah, just on 50 minutes in the Friday Facts, I believe.
Impressive.
Impressive that it took that long, or impressive that it didn't take longer?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, well, I got ads running.
Of course.
Hey, Twitch wants to run the ads. Are you okay back there? No? What's wrong? You don't feel well? I've heard the choking, the spluttering, and everything else.
We've all heard it.
Yeah, I know we've all heard it. Jenny just has to read a lot of text. Jenny always has to read a lot of text. Always has to read a lot of text. Alright. I am being kicked from my own server for being AFK. Awesome.
Why is that even a thing?
Uh,
Not even a thing.
because we have integration turned on.
Oh, okay.
And when you have an inventory shuffle, and your inventories all get shuffled, and you're AFK, well, your inventory might end up being gifted to somebody who is AFK.
Oh, yep. So you don't want people idling there to randomly get stuff.
Yeah, or you get teleported to the front line, and they're idle, and they learn very quickly, don't AFK on the server.
Yeah.
You may not be where you left yourself 5 minutes ago. Yeah, it's the choice of integration. No idea what's going to happen from 5 seconds from now. All right. Blue Dragon, you are the king of hill, using the magical didgeridoo. All right. Far rules. Yeah, let's go with that. No, not Far Cry. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for getting me one step closer to that follower goal. So close, so close. And any news on a release date for the Factorio 1.2 2.0 DLC expansion pack? No. No. In the future. Not in 2023. That much I can tell you. Definitely not in 2023. And also, Lions, thank you for coming back for 40 months. You hit the button during a Friday Facts. You get no notifications. You get nothing. Oh, hang on. I can click the buttons. Here you go.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and
run 'em
listen.
again. One day shy of never. Hey. I think I think they'll release before that. Did you see the stack for Captain Mystery? As in the vertical belt? 1st of April 2025? No, it's going to be Feb 30. Ask Mojo.
Yeah, Feb 30, 2025. Definitely.
You don't play Captain Mystery, do you?
No, it's on sale though.
Oh, I won't highly recommend 2,000 hours in a game. Yeah. So yes, I have seen the Captain Mystery blog. In fact, I've actually invited Mojo to come do a blog with me, you know, Captain's Diary with me, but he doesn't play the damn game. So my oil refinery, it is my oil refinery. The part of update 2 is all the pipes will be colored, and the color will get darker the longer the fluid of that type runs in that pipe. So it's going to mean working out which pipe's carrying what fluids so much easier. Also, every single tank will have an icon on the top of it, so you know what the hell's in that tank. Because there's no way you know that one's diesel, because it's always empty, because, well, there's an overflow diesel pipe tank further on. So that's one of the updates coming, update 2, and you'll notice that this pipe here and this pipe here are both low on water because they haven't, well, they're not blue because they haven't been running. Wait, there's that picture of your refinery? Yeah. So that's the crap. That's limestone. That's sulfur out. That's slag. I don't remember. Slag at the other end. Whatever. Sulfur is this one. That's limestone. That's slag. That's fuel gas. That's naphtha. That's hydrogen. That's diesel. This is the stack of 4 boilers. Gas boilers right here that provide steam into the oil refinery. Yes, my oil refinery. 100% my oil refinery. And then we have the trucks now also have tanks with what they're carrying marked on them. What is that carrying? Oh, that one's carrying naphtha. Yep. I really think Jody is a dev? No. You've never seen a stream where I've been programming. Never. There are reasons. It's bad. And then we now have, yes, vertical conveyor lifts, which is going to be a 1x2 footprint. And then up to 6 tiles high, I believe it's been confirmed. which does mean that they're going to be handed for going over retaining walls. Mojo, you should buy this game.
Yeah, I probably should.
Mojo, you should reach out to the devs and say, can I please have a copy?
Yeah, usually that doesn't work though.
Well, considering how much you haven't been streaming, yeah, it probably doesn't.
Yeah, that doesn't help my cause.
Yeah. Also, these are built on pillars, so they're not on the ground. They're actually one tile up. They start one tile up, which is going to be interesting. And we might also notice this is the crater, and we'll now get clouds. You'll get cloud shadows in-game, which... Mojo, Factorio has
Cloud shadows.
cloud shadows. How do you feel about cloud shadows in Factorio?
I forgot they existed because I turned them off years ago.
Okay. You never turn them back on?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how I
They
feel about it.
they kind of mess with stream encoding, so...
Oh, that's right. Jenny to devs. Did you know I tried this and that and didn't work, but it really should. Maybe like this or that. Which screen's Discord on? On that screen. Let me see. There is 30 lines that we're going to cover in a minute. There is open. There is the research lab level 4. It says uses teraflops. It never uses teraflops. It shouldn't be in there. It's the research lab level 5 uses teraflops, so it shouldn't be in this chart. So the vehicle depot tier 3 doesn't use teraflops. It shouldn't be in this chart. There is a problem I had during the stream series where I constantly got more scrap gold than I used. There is this error code. Turns out you get that error code when you try and load the crater map when you don't own the DLC. There is fighting a Z-axis. If you are at the wrong height, looking in the wrong direction, smoke disappears behind the skybox because bug report. There is thermal storage. It has an alert. Why does it not have an alert? Okay, we loaded the same screenshot twice. Good job, Jetty. Good job. Good job. Oh, no.
It's one job, not
It has
one job.
2 problems. One, it doesn't have an alert to tell me when it's full. Only has an alert to tell me when it's empty. On top of that, if you set it to show recipes in not 60-second increments, so that it doesn't normalize the recipes for every 60 seconds, rather than it being 600, which would be, 10 per second? It goes to 1. Yeah. And it drops 600 down to, what? 600 plus, 12,000. And this is 1 plus 20. Yeah, the maths is all wrong. So yeah,
Bit wonky.
I lodge bug reports when and where I come across them. Even I did a island. Yeah. If you click this button in the thermal storage and then click on a different thermal storage, that button stays open on the new thermal storage because you didn't double close the UI. Just little things. Yeah, when I find a bug, I report it. Mainly because they make it easy enough that, hey, I can just DM a dev and say, this is a bug, this is the quick example. If you want to write a full bug report, by all means. If you don't want to write a full bug report and you just want to put it in a post-it note, that works for me too. I don't care. And yes, the community hub, which will be... Remember Factorio Prints, Mojo?
Yeah, the old Blueprint website.
And then that got turned into Factorio School.
I don't remember that.
Factorio prints broke. You couldn't update new blueprints, so somebody just
Yeah, the dude stopped maintaining. I remember that.
yeah, somebody mirrored the whole thing across to a new domain, Factorio School, and then kept it running for a little while, and then
Then they gave up as well.
I don't think either of them you can add new blueprints to. I think they both host, but you can't add new data. So it's only the existing blueprints there, which means those that have all the high votes, whether they work or not, stay that way.
Yeah.
So Capital Industries said, no, we're going to do that internally. We're going to have our own blueprint maps, and mod hub. So,
Actually, I don't even remember now how many blueprint websites we've been through. It's at least 3
I couldn't
that
tell
I
you.
can vaguely remember.
couldn't
I'm
tell
pretty
you.
sure it's more though.
It's probably a lot more. Capital Industries already been through 2. There was, oh gosh, Captain's Haven. And then another one popped up because Captain's Haven just died for like 6 months. Because supposedly the serving company wouldn't accept their credit card because of a currency conversion problem or something like that. That was the excuse given. So one of the repeatable smelters work. I have no idea. Mine is the blueprint of a single smelter. You want 50 of them? Paste it 50 times. Modular oil refinery is definitely not my blueprint. But yeah, these are all Zuff's blueprints.
The important thing is it doesn't use Nexus mods.
Oh, well, Timberborn has Nexus, Thunder, whatever it's called, which is similar to Nexus, but not quite, plus mods.io, plus a fourth one. And there are different mods hosted in different areas that sometimes are different, updated to different versions, also have different authors. So somebody's downloaded a mod to then upload it somewhere else under their own name, because people do this sort of stuff for reasons. Yep. Yeah. And if you download a mod manager from one of the sites, it doesn't work with the mod manager that you download from the different sites, even though it's the same mod manager. But it looks like the mod manager can only access one mod database website at a time. Because again, reasons.
Because why not?
So yeah, they're doing it internally, which also means, so they have, actually, do you have GeForce now? Probably not.
Nope.
Okay, because Capital Ministry is on GeForce now. Which means because they're going to host mods and maps and all that sort of stuff themselves, it does mean that you're not bound to the Steam store, which I'm always a fan of when devs do that. They take the effort to host mods, host maps, and make sure they're not bound to Steam Workshop, which means you have more flexibility to use mods and maps and stuff and grab them easily on other platforms. It's one of the reasons Factorio does it. Good night, Snowstone. It's one of the reasons, yeah, Factorio does it the way Factorio does, because they have, well, the DLC version, or the DRM free version from their website, plus it was on GOG, wasn't it? I think Factorio's on GOG?
I think they might have briefly.
Factorio on GOG. It is on GOG.
Oh no, they did do it. Oh no, it would have been. I'm thinking of one of the other ones.
Okay. It's on GOG. It's on Humble. It's not on Epic.
That makes sense.
Why?
Haven't done the deal.
You don't have to do the deal. I'm buying this game because their stance on Epic. Okay. Used the game a lot, but since I've lived it, haven't been following the nonsense related Epic and Factorio popped up on several threads. Check the game out, links support, cool concept. As an AOE fan who loved AOE for resource gathering, buying this right now. Okay.
I'm pretty sure that they said that they wouldn't.
Okay. Is Factorio more complex than Satisfactory? Which did you hear? It's not as deep as sophisticated as Factorio. Yes. Okay, yeah, no. Riftbreaker, yeah. Okay, no. I don't know. I don't know why they've never gone to Epic, because they can just load onto the store. Okay. Yes. So, they're doing mods and map hosting externally, which I like the idea of. According to most of the Epic's not a good store to sell games. It doesn't have the same market. That's all it really comes down to. Steam has the market. The article was literally there in your search. Okay. Turn down security exclusivity offer. Blah 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 blah. Nope. It didn't see any potential exclusivity selling out to big companies that use the crash grab or just destroying the brand. Yes, but that was exclusivity. All right, rather than just launching the store. You can't go from, hey, we've been on Steam for years, to, hey, we're now going to close the Steam store. We're not going to update the Steam game anymore, and we're going to go to Epic. It's only good if you have hype or a big marketing backer. Most people coming into the store and picking up the free games and leave. Yeah, I'm 100% doing that myself. I have bought games on Epic when they've been cheaper than Steam, because that's just where the sale happens to be right there and then. And devs give me keys for whichever store that suits them. I don't really care. I have nothing against Epic, but it's like, why launch your game on GOG? It has, compared to Steam, a market appeal of 10% the size of Steam. And the answer is, well, why not? If anybody has a beef with Steam and they refuse to use Steam, why say, okay, well, you can't play my game because I'm only going to work with Steam? And you're like, okay, fine, I'll launch on GOG as well. It cost me the setup time once, and then you're basically it. That's funny. Rise of industry. In hindsight, rise of an industry, Alex Monchi, yep, should have probably signed for the Epic exclusive, because they went into hard afterwards. They went out of business.
Rise of industry.
Yep. Yeah,
Isn't that really?
It was a massive game that had a problem with the end game where everything kept getting more expensive. You got screwed.
Yeah, and it was also that game where you build 50 trillion trucks to go between A and B.
I'll take your word for it.
It was the low poly clone of Industry Giant.
I'll take your word for it. I never played it.
Which also was similar.
I tried to approach them for a key and they never got back to me. Which is one of the reasons I'm not playing. So I was hoping to play The Last Train Home tomorrow, along with another game. And one of the devs have said, yeah, sure, not a problem. The key's in the mail. Just like the check that's in the mail. We've all heard the story about the check that's in the mail. And I've chased them up. They're like, oh yeah, did you check your spam folder? Oh, okay, my colleague said he'll get to it tomorrow.
Yeah, the classic run around.
Tomorrow's come and gone. So I had another dev who was... Okay, so it was late. I was tired. I thought he was being very rude when I was like, hey, I sent you a DM like 12 hours ago. Just wondering if you saw it, because I know what Discord's like. I was hoping to get an influencer key for said game. And the answer was, it came across rude, but in hindsight, it was a joke. So I'm glad I caught it rather than, I got very pissed off for about 30 seconds. It was like, yeah, I'm going to wait till the hype's over. And then I'll look at influencer keys, etc. All right.
Oh, use the word influencer.
Press key, influencer key. Doesn't matter what words you use. All right. The dev knows where the conversation's going. All right.
Yeah.
And yeah, it turns out he just replied to somebody like 5 lines above in Discord. And I hadn't read it because I had literally just seen, yellow tag, that's the dev, that's the person I've been trying to talk to for 12 hours or something. All right. And yes. So he's going to look at it in a couple of months. I'm like, yeah, in a couple of months, I'm not interested because you have no interest. Your market appeal for your game has died. Therefore, it's going to do me no good on my channel. And therefore, you're the only one who benefits. And you're not going to pay me for my time, so I'm better off spending my time on a different video for a different game. So, pass. Unless you're bringing your audience to Epic, you disappear. You might as well, it's my issue, just put it on all the sites. There are plenty of games that launch on all the sites, and they might get fuck all sales from Epic, but a sale's a sale. It costs $40 for Epic Store to get a paying customer. Probably. They've had the court case back and forth with both Apple and Google. They've shared lots of things they prefer not to share, I imagine. But then again, I think it costs way less to list a game on Epic Store than it does on Steam. Steam, it costs you $100.
That was the original theory.
What? That the Epic was paying?
That you weren't paying a premium to be there.
You are getting a higher percentage of every sale. That's the most important thing. Okay.
You're supposed to be doing something.
Yeah, I am meant to be roasting your rigs. There we go. There's lots of pictures from Saran. Where to start? Okay. Move a tab across. Open new tab. Will that attach to the same browser? It will. Cool. Are you coming over with me, dear? Not, dear? Go back to snoring, dear? Oh, I'm... Okay. Okay. Where's the front of Saran's PC? Mojo, why haven't you posted your rig?
Reasons.
Oh, you got a phone right now, right? I can't find... There we go. You got a phone? Like, take some happy snaps.
Someone sawed the keyboard in half.
Yeah, Saran's gone down the whole or ergonomics thing. Like full in on it. Alright, try to get all these images open at the same time. Huh? Okay, without context. Sure. Here you go, Mojo. What is it?
Zoom in and enhance, please. Yes.
Mm,
Appears to be some kind of mechanical contraption.
you could do better than that. It's got handwritten notes up here. Just read the notes.
I mean, it appears to be all relays. It doesn't seem to be an actual computer. I suspect it's more like an industrial controller, or maybe not a lift controller, because those are usually strapped to.
It seems to
strapped
run on some kind of electricity.
Lift controllers, ancient ones, are usually strapped to act like actual stone planks.
Okay.
That was a thing that they used to do.
Okay. Come on, Mojo. It's relays. It's relays. It's like a computer.
Yeah, but it's I mean, I already see pinball machine. It'll be like a gaming machine of some kind.
It is.
I was
Totally.
actually thinking slot machine.
No, pinball.
Oh, it is actually pinball.
It is a pinball machine.
Is that? Oh, is that the back of the
It's inside the
back
cabinet.
of the rear?
Yeah, that'd
Yeah,
be the
oh,
inside of the back of the cabinet. Yep.
Usually, the ones that I've seen, they lift out the table, or the table hinges up, and then everything's under the table.
They'll also have stuff in the back of the cabinet.
Oh yeah, they have stuff in the back of the cabinet, but yeah, the amount of relay logic that's in like the 50s one's crazy.
Yeah, Technology Connections did a video on it not that long ago.
Oh yeah, it did too.
I think it's a multi-part one because it left very open-ended. Saran is a horrible person.
Oh, I remember having a box like that.
Oh, just one?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it was a bigger box. Definitely bigger. There's at least 30 in there.
What are the boxes?
That was just
from...
the hard drive box, I should add.
What are the boxes from Samsung ship in? I think it's 20 per row. With 2 rows per box.
20
40?
was standard
Yeah, so I've got a
with foam padding.
Samsung 40 box. Hey, dear. I got a Samsung 40 box, a Seagate 40 box, plus a power supply box that's full of 2.5-inch drives. I've got no idea what's on them, but it's full. Plus at least one more. I need to go through and clear them all out. Okay, I need to change some categories.
Yeah, you probably should do that.
Yeah, I guess it's during the just chatting for once. 3.5-inch and 5.25. No, 3.5 and 2.5. I don't know how many 5.25.
2.5?
3.5.
Oh yeah,
And
the
2.5.
laptop ones.
Yeah. Like
You're not
these
trying
ones.
hard enough without a 5.25.
No, I don't have any 5.25. They're too old. Too ancient.
I used to have one. Actually, I think I still have a few.
I haven't. I've got rid of everything. There was not enough room in the
It's
studio.
kind of sad because one of the ones that I did get rid of, it took like 30 seconds to spin up, and it was, it just kept on going.
I just got a
Oh,
new
no, I do have a
10
full white one.
10 terabyte hard drive. I have a 5.25 somewhere.
Yeah, I completely forgotten about the 1 gigabyte 5.25.
Okay. I have in this PC. What were they? They were the cheapest, or the most economical at the time. 10 terabytes formats down to 9, or is that 12 formats down to 9? 10 down to 9 sounds about right. Yeah. So I have 2 10s in this, and they're both, well, one's very full and the other one's just mostly full. Alright, what else do we have? This is just Saran. I wonder if he's using that as the PC. All right. Saran is God tier. He's got tidy cables. Okay, look.
It's too clean.
Look. Tidy cables. Hang on. Where's the cats?
Spends all the time cleaning, never actually using.
Cats. Tidy cables. See? Yeah, they are little back all the way back then. No.
Charlie falls off.
What?
Charlie falls off.
Charlie, which is the one behind the spray can, the green spray can. Is what is it? It's a Mancoon.
He's part Maine Coon.
He's
Maine Coon. Maine Coon.
He's-
Maine Coon.
You done? You done?
No, I'm not well.
Cancun?
I'm tired. I have work tonight.
He's part Mancoon, and he's all fluff. And he used to only like 2 weeks ago jump up onto our headboard, which is I don't know, like 12 mil thick plywood, and he'd jump on the edge of it. So he's standing happily on 12 mil, which is half an inch for those who use stupid measurements. And then jumps from there to the...
We have like a corner cutout wall in our room that protrudes from the wall, and it's like sealed off. So he literally jumps from a bed head to that.
Yeah.
And sleeps up there.
And sleeps up there, safe from the other cats. And last night he climbed up and then promptly fell.
Oh, that wasn't the first time he fell.
Correct. But he fell. He fell and he
Hit my head.
Yes.
Fell on my head.
Laid on Sassy's head. Yep.
But the funniest thing is the smallest cat doesn't try to get up there.
Hey, our small stupid measurements took us to the moon. Correct. You also had a spaceship fail because you thought it was in feet and inches, but it turns out it was in metric. So it didn't go far. Was that to the moon or to Mars? Would look if I meant to do that? No. He fell hard.
He bolted.
It was like, I did not expect that result. So it measures up on the Mars lander. Yeah. Except you were working with the European Union, who works on... It was the ISS. Whatever. How you doing, Nick? Yeah, it's still silly. Yeah, every American agrees that it's silly.
Bring up a better picture. Better place pause of Charlie.
Let me run through the video of the cat.
There he is. That's better. Try like 10 times that size.
Yeah, he's the size of a full-grown cat and then some.
And he's not even a year old. He's massive.
Given they wasted the computer on the lunar lander to convert the Imperial, I think the moon was metric. Oh, I can't remember. I can't remember. I think he falls off the table first.
I like how you pick your video buffers.
What do you mean? Pick my video buffers.
It appears to be buffering, and now it's stopped, and now it's going.
No idea what you did, Mojo.
Oh.
You broke it. You broke Twitch.
The white
Yeah,
one's got
it's pretty normal, isn't it?
Well, what did Twitch do yesterday? Something.
Sent you a picture as well.
You did? Oh, do we have Mojo's rig?
No, it's worse.
Oh my god. Okay. So the whole point of this is we get to talk about Judy's cable management. What you doing, dude? Okay, I thought you were gonna slide all the way over here. So it's slowly working your way across. Mojo knows how to use USB.
Yep, that I do.
Yeah. It's not up there. I know. Mojo, Mojo.
This tape.
Mojo. Oh yeah, the tape is so Mojo has written on the inside of it what that cable is. So he knows what that cable is.
There's more tape under the gigabit.
That's got a
there.
different note on it. Just like
Yes.
you mark up your cables with what they go with. Sometimes. Then you complain you can't find the right cable because you didn't bother marking it. See, Mojo's good. He marked the cables.
Yep.
Mojo,
All labelled.
what is this one?
Which one?
This one. The red, brown, no, black, brown, red, orange.
That's the other end of one cable.
That's the other end of one cable. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And the gigabit LAN runs perfectly fine through the hub with the hub onto the hub.
Oh, that was actually what broke it.
Oh, that's what killed it.
Yeah. So those hubs are all daisy chained. Or actually, I think the top one branches out into the other two because there is actually a limit to how many times you can chain a hub. So it all goes to one USB port.
Okay. Okay.
So just to pause you and Mojo for a sec.
Uh-huh.
Dravis, yes, the kittens are all from the same litter. 4 of them were missing from the litter. We only found the original, who I hand raised. And then on Valentine's Day, I came home and surprised JD because found the rest of the litter. And there's like 3 different fathers.
Best Valentine's present ever. Hey, dear, here, look, I brought home pussy. Thanks. Yeah. What was going on here? Mojo's cable management.
You were rating setups, and then I was like, "Hey, here's a picture."
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to see old crap as well?
Hey! Yeah, of course I do. Of course I do. Mojo has the most interesting crap. I still don't have no idea what these cables plug into because there's like more than one of them. There's a number of them. Oh my god. Mojo's moved out of cable management into here's a trip down memory lane. Control 0. Nope, we're already zoomed out. Okay. That is an Intel 486.
This is more. I should point out this is only the oddities, and also this is just the pictures I find lying around.
I have no idea what the hell that is.
Which one?
The Intel.
3, 4, and
I forget. I think they're both soldered on 386s.
Okay, solder on 386s. Well, the AMD is a
That's an AM286.
Huh?
Well, it says N80L286. That's an AM286. So it's an AMD branded 286.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought it was a Southbridge, Northbridge. Because Intel made AMD's Northbridges for ages. And Southbridges. I'm pretty sure these are both Southbridge, Northbridge.
Oh yeah, they are 358. Yeah, that's the actual 357, 358 of the Northbridge, Southbridge, or whatever the equivalent was chipset at the time.
Yeah.
Technically, it's not Northbridge, Southbridge because it predates those.
Sure. Yeah, I have no idea what they're called before Northbridge, Southbridge. Okay. 13 first 94. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's an SX.
Yeah.
Oh, that was whatever sticker was put on it at the time.
Yep, and notice how the stickers put exactly where you put the heatsink, because the heatsink just goes on bare. There's no thermal paste. Thermal paste is not needed.
So not everyone actually put heatsinks on 486s. Some people argue that they don't, even in more recent times, that the 486 SXs don't need a heatsink.
Oh god.
They definitely do.
They need a heatsink. Yep. AMD knockoff 286. No, it's the Southbridge. Southbridge, Northbridge. It's one of those.
Oh, the AMD is an actual 286.
Oh, it is actually a 286? Okay.
10 megahertz 286.
And
the 1978 is a 186, which was a nice find. I forget when I pulled that off.
Oh my god, okay.
It's not an actual. It's a microcontroller. It's not an actual processor. It's like an 8088 with stuff. I think.
Okay, Mojo has the weirdest shit.
As I say, like there is a box of regular processors that I just happened to find a picture of the oddities.
The oldest, weirdest processors he had laying
Yeah,
around.
the weird ones.
To go with his cable management daisy chain USB hub thing. Yeah.
I think anyone's actually seen a proper picture of it. I got another thing.
Oh my god, there's more.
I don't think anyone's actually seen it properly.
Share with the class.
It used to be in the background.
Oh yeah, I've seen this picture.
Worse than LTT.
Mojo's 100% worse than LTT. 100% worse. All right, this is
It
Mojo's.
used to be in the background.
This is in Mojo's like studio, whatever you want to call it, streaming. Okay, this was in the background. All right. So, bringing Sassy up to date along with chat. So we have 2 video recorder playback Sonys here. Now these are from a studio, I want to say.
Yes. Those only existed in studios. Can you actually? No, it's a bit blurry.
Video cassette recording, blah blah blah.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't get the model number, but they're super high end. They're what you'd find in a studio. Okay, along with random electronics and tools. We'll ignore that. We got Shelly's. Gonna go with Shelly's.
Cell.
Whatever. Okay.
Araldite.
I was gonna go with
roast Riggs or roast JD.
Oh, it's both. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Realistically, it's just roast JD.
I was gonna go with Silicon Compound, but okay. Araldite. Yep. That's a. Oh crap.
Definitely roast JD time.
Fox. What are those? Are old recorders. Unmedic. It's gonna tell you the voltage and the ampage. What is this? Oh my god. Okay, we'll get to that, Fox. Okay, voltage ampage. It's not a oscilloscope.
No.
No, it outputs voltage and ampage.
Yes.
Yes.
At a set rate.
Yes.
It is what you colloquially would call a power supply.
Yeah, sure, power supply, but it's a little bit more high tech than a power supply.
I mean, it's still a power supply. It's just
Sure.
you can control its output.
Sure. What? 506 Safmine Pro something.
Yes. That's an old audio interface.
It's $2.
It's Firewire. So it's a paperweight now.
Yeah, with the $2 coin, $1 coin, $1 coin.
$2 coin.
€2 coin.
€2 coin, okay.
Someone gave that to me for some reason.
Okay.
So now I just have a stupid €2 coin floating around.
And these super old camera.
Yes.
Like super old. Along with the last of the super high quality XLR cables.
It looks like a mic connector.
It is a mic connector. It's an XLR
Yeah,
mic connector.
That plugs the audio into the machine.
Yeah. You got any of these super high quality old XLR cables still hanging around? I could do with one or two.
I mean, you can still buy them.
Oh no, not the quality you used to get. J-Cart? No, J-Cart does not sell good quality ones. Not compared
anymore,
not
no.
compared to 30 years ago. What was the res was that camera? 420 by 320?
Technically, it doesn't have a resolution. Technically.
Oh, you mean technically?
Because it's analog, there isn't really a resolution.
Okay.
Suppose because it's PAL, it's it's weird because overscan's a thing.
It would be more of a square image. Very square. Is it PAL or NTSC? Is it with PAL?
Technically, it would digitize to 720 by, oh, not 720, whatever the hell it is.
680 by.
It's something by 576. 720 by 576, I think.
Oh, there you go.
720? No, not 720. I don't think it's 720. I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah.
I could just open a captured video and it would tell me.
Resolution 576. Oh, come on. No, not with a 16 by 9. Yeah, 720 by 576, but that's 16 by 9.
It should be 4 by 3. Well, it's 1280 by 720 is widescreen.
576 divided by 3 multiplied by 4.
Yeah, 720 by 576.
Because
Because it's 620.
But it's 4 by 3, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 4 by 3.
So it's 768 by 576. Yeah.
But it's not square. It's rectangle.
Okay, so it is 16 by 9. Okay.
No, 4 by 3, but with rectangle pixels. So if you turn it into square, then it becomes 768 by 576 to match 4 by 3. But it's 720 because rectangle.
Okay. What, Fox? What is this that you've sent? What is this?
It appears to be an AI-generated picture.
You reckon?
Or is it legitimate? Oh, it might actually be legitimate.
That's not AI generated. That's too much garbage and artifacts for AI generated.
Yeah, they're pretty. Yeah. I mean.
Looks like a case with motherboards glued to it. Yeah.
I mean, that looks like I can see at least one Pentium 3.
I like the hard drive for feet. Yeah, look, the hard drive for feet makes sure it has very sturdy foundations. Okay, very sturdy foundations. See, look, these are old computers. See this brown one up here? This here is an AGP port. Yep, I can see the life draining out of her eyes. So these are PCIs, right?
None of this is either relevant or interesting, I imagine.
Even water cooled on the CPU at least. Is it? I don't know if it's water cooled. It's super old school where they used to have the ducted straight to the CPU. So you used to bring in cold air for the CPU from outside. It was something in the Pentium 4 era. Because they ran hot. And no, I don't think that's water cooling. I think that is rounded IDE cables.
Yeah, that actually does look suspiciously like rounded IDE.
Yeah, that's before. Whoa. PCI Express, I believe. Memory on the side? No, there's no PCI Express here. It's all predates.
Doesn't look like it.
Predates PCI Express. This is with the AGP.
The green one's AGP as well.
Yes.
That looks like that might actually be an N-Force board. It's definitely a Pentium 4. That looks like a 4.
You like the Chameleon? What was the
PGA
brand?
478.
What was the brand for the Chameleon?
I don't even remember now.
Oh, really? Oh, there we go. Cables Direct in stock. Oh, you still buy them.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
You ever heard of the brand StarTech?
I remember those on a
She remembers those on a computer. Wow. StarTech. No.
So StarTech is a company that exists, and they sell basically everything for the right price, and they know that they can charge a top dollar.
Oh,
things.
this is the ones. This is if you need a cable. You can say, I need this cable. They're like, yeah, sure, no problem. You'll have it by the end of the week.
Yeah, and so like if you find some really bizarre oddball thing, like you can get, they make, well, this is the only brand that makes legit PCI Express to PCI adapters, but you pay for the privilege of getting such an oddball item.
Yeah.
And you also get all kinds of other bizarre cables that normally you can't just get from a regular store. Again, you pay for the premium.
Yeah.
It's like $80, $90.
Yeah. Eck? Haha! They still exist. They used to say.
K-back. Oh,
K-back.
yeah.
Yeah. They used
Custom
to say.
cable builder. I remember them.
Yeah. I think they have AGP to PCIe. Oh, God. Water cooling wasn't even a thing back then. In the 90s, water cooling was a thing.
Yeah, it was a very obscure thing. Early 2000s more so.
And,
In the 90s, it was more about getting a chiller attached,
oh, yeah.
which was an actual accessory that you sat your computer on top of, was this chiller.
I don't remember the brand of the chameleon. I remember seeing it all the time, but I don't remember what the brand was. And I do know they don't exist anymore. Startec still makes hard drive docks and stuff, probably. Rebuilds old machines from VIC-20 up. Wow. I have a old, oh god. Who's the German YouTuber? Who owns the thermal management company. De Bauer, that's
Bauer?
it. Yeah, he did a gigabyte water cooling setup from the 90s with little blue and white reservoirs. I had 2 of those running in series for a old server with 2 CPUs being cooled, and my radiator was a car radiator because car radiators are cheap and have a very large surface area and don't need fans. Yeah, and actually I think we threw out the server a year ago. 6 months ago. Yep, I started the old case hanging around. There are photos somewhere in Discord. Then it has better cable management than whatever Mojo calls this.
There's a palette cleanser.
Okay, yeah.
So there's a hint.
Mario.
What? Coffee for when brain no have wake up. Good for thing to do. Uh-huh. Do you have your coffee with the googly eyes or without, Mojo?
Well, it all goes in a mill anyway. A bit of powder. So it doesn't actually matter.
Googly eye powder. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have done thing to do.
You have done thing to do. All right, no problem, mate.
Or do have thing done, did.
Yeah. Thanks, mate. I'll chat to you later.
All right.